Theresa May has said Jean-Claude Juncker will be the next person to discover she can be a bloody difficult woman, as cabinet frustration with the EU over the Brexit negotiations mounted. The Prime Minister made the comments about the European Commission President after extensive details of a dinner she held with him and key negotiator Michel Barnier were leaked to a German newspaper over the weekend. A cabinet source told The Guardian they believed the decision to reveal the details of the dinner, which was also attended by the Brexit Secretary, David Davis, was a miscalculation that would outrage British voters. The insider, with knowledge of the meeting, said European officials felt able to throw their weight around. They got away with it previously during tough negotiations with countries such as Switzerland and Greece. Whitehall insiders said that ministers believed Martin Selmayr, the head of cabinet in Juncker's team, had leaked the information, adding that many felt it was probably with Berlin's agreement. The account of the meeting, laid out in the German newspaper Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung, lifted the lid on major tensions relating to both Britain's divorce bill and the critical issue of securing citizen rights. The Prime Minister was said to tell the group that Britain was not legally obliged to pay a penny, infuriating Juncker. He was said to have called the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, afterwards to say he believed May's approach to the negotiations was from a different galaxy. But the insider said they believed skepticism about achieving an early deal over citizen rights for British people on the continent and Europeans in the UK was driven by a desire not to let the UK have the moral upper hand over the issue. We were willing to start talking about this in December, they said. The source claimed there was evidence European negotiators were gearing up to demand any agreement securing the status of citizens would bind the UK to the European Court of Justice in perpetuity. That is despite the fact May has made clear removing Britain from the jurisdiction of the UK is a red line for her government. It comes as Charles Grant, director of the Centre for European Reform think tank, revealed tensions could rise further with the EU considering demanding billions more from the UK than was previously suggested. Senior Commission officials have told me the amount being sought by the EU from Britain, Brexit goes ahead, is likely to be significantly higher than the 6-0 has already been floated, he said. He said the amount was being inflated of a desire to charge the UK for political commitments to spend money is not yet legally binding, such as aid for Turkey and all the contributions they would have made in the remaining 2 years of the current budget cycle. Grant said the leaking of the details of the dinner had created tremendous loss of trust from the British, meaning the government could no longer see the Commission as a serious negotiating partner. Anand Menon, director of think tank The UK in a Changing Europe, said reports of the row could yet play well for May. I think given the lack of comprehension of how complicated and fraught this process is, and given that public opinion is getting bored of the whole thing, and given that people will be reading reports of it in the British press, it will just look like Juncker is trying to bully Britain. May hit back over the issue during an election visit to the Southwest. During the Conservative Party leadership campaign, I was described by one of my colleagues as a bloody difficult woman. And I said at the time the next person to find out will be Jean-Claude Juncker, she told the SCP political editor, Laura Kunzberg. The Prime Minister said there was a lot of agreement between the UK and EU, but said the controversy over the leaks had proved that the upcoming negotiations would be tough. Officials involved in preparations. The talks have described the fallout as a new phase in a phony war. However, they admitted there was tension on the rights of UK and EU citizens, with the EU wanting the UK to play a key role. That won't wash. They must know that, said one source. But they also said May's government was being disingenuous if they claimed an early deal would be achievable, arguing that Eastern European countries would want solid guarantees.